Sirius and Orion, or Warframes. No intro, I have taken way too long on this. Hi, sorry for not being around. I have a job. Diablo and WoW had its hooks in me, and I've gotten distracted. I also went to TennoCon for the first time. I might make a vid on that if I have the time. Cool reveals. Soulframe actually looks like a game now, but still. Excuses. Anyways, let's talk about the Blowjob brothers, Sirius and Orion. The biggest new Warframe, and also the buggiest. Their main gimmick is that there are 2-in-1, swapping control with each other to swap out their set of abilities with one another. By now, the hotfixes should have worked out some of the kinks, but they find a way to break things. While normally people would be building them for max range and max ability power, we're also doing the same, but there's some hidden tech with S&O that we're going to be using spaghetti code to our advantage. I've been watching some videos on Sirius and Orion, but I don't think anyone's noticed that Sirius and Orion have the ability to have 2 instances of the same Incarnon active at the same time, which means you can effectively, on paper that is, have 6 Incarnons active at the same time. Let's get into the build. We're going to make a standard strength and range build. You're going to need 6 Former for this, preferably an Omni Former for the Exilus slot. Also, please note you need to form each of the brothers separately. This is because the secondary brother is technically an exalted weapon. Yeah, I'm sure that'll not cause problems in the future. Anyways, the brothers can't stack the same aura, so on the first brother, Physique, more health is always good. On the second, Corrosive Projection. The rest of the build is the same, however. For range, Stretch, Augur Reach, and Cutting Drift. For power, Umbral Intensify, Transient Fortitude, and Blind Rage. If you want more power, you can swap out Cutting Drift with Power Drift. To offset the duration loss from Transient Fortitude, we're throwing on Augur Message, which also gives us a nice bonus of regaining shields on ability cast. Primed Flow for massive energy pool on both brothers, as well as Archon Vitality. It might seem weird to have it on Orion, but his Black Hole also does flame damage as well. Another fun bit of tech with the Arcane. Sirius and Orion can double dip on Arcane Energize and get double the energy gain. It's on a separate cooldown from each other, so you don't have to worry about timing it. On top of this, we're also using Arcane Expertise, because being able to take more hits is nice. We would normally put Molt Augmented on here, but let's be honest, we're doing enough ability damage. Shards. 3 red ability strength shards, 1 blue health shard, and 1 yellow casting speed shard. Now for subsumes. You really don't need to, but if you want to, you could subsume Roar onto Orion's 1. Now, spoilers, the primary brother is determined by your story choice of the Stalker's baby's name. So if you want to swap him, head to Pontus Tower and talk to Stalker and make your Orion your primary. The subsume is active only on the primary frame, so if you swap back to Sirius, it's going to replace his 1. Now for weapons. The world is your oyster. Sirius and Orion work great as a weapons platform, just because both of them can have their Incarnon forms active, as I said before. For the safe choice of just pure reliability, Bratton with the Incarnon form and Latum. The melee is mostly going to be a stat stick, so throw on an Okina Prime with the Incarnon. Plus 30% movement speed is just nice. But this wouldn't be a Scrapples video without some bullshit. You could use the Bratton and Latum, the M4 and M9 Beretta of Warframe, but we have explosions. Gorgon and Stug Incarnon. Explode everything.
In editing edition, sorry I am not able to voice it right now, as I am sick at the moment and I don't want to show the world my congested voice. The text sometimes just doesn't work purely because the game says no. I have no idea why, but sometimes, when you switch between the brothers, the Incarnon form just disappears, and I think this purely depends on if you're the host or not. When I am the host, the tech works fine, but when I'm not, it goes away. Welcome to Warframe. Unless they patch this, I would recommend you use non-Incarnon form weapons. The TennoCon 2026 Twitch drop-down value is rather potent on them. Or you could run something like the Nuker or Twin Bracketus in secondary. It is up to you. Anyways, back to the build.
Full disclosure, my Gorgon Wrath has this sick Riven mod on it. I will not be trading it. Do not offer it. It is mine. If you don't have a similar Riven, just swap it out with Critical Delay and just put on Malignant Force. Less damage overall, but would be using a Prismatic Gorgon. We also have the new and improved Stug Incarnon, which I'm running secondary Encumber. The Incarnon allows it to have actual status chance and built-in corrosive. So I put heat and viral mods on it to capitalize on this. And with the increased status chance, it's guaranteed encumber procs. So I put on Pistol Elementalist to maximize the damage over time procs. You can run whatever school you want with this, since we primarily aren't using abilities for what they are and just shooting everything in sight. Same thing for pets. If you want more fire rate, you can use a Panzerfluffle Fire spec to fire rate with Synth Deconstruct. But I like running Death Cube for energy orbs. Either or will work, it's up to preference. Game plan: spawn in and start blasting. The way Sirius and Orion work, you want to be swapping between them like mad, but prioritize refreshing Sirius's 2 first off. The buff persists when you swap, but when you get massive groups of enemies, group them up in a nice tiny ball with Orion's 3. The orb can be redirected with both brothers 1. Sirius's range throw brings the orb to you, while Orion pushes it away. If you're using AoE heavy weapon loadout, this is going to be great. So run around, build up Incarnon, form, and swap, letting the AI use it for a bit, then build up your own weapon. 2 Incarnons active at any given time. Canadian spaghetti. Sirius's 3 is a healing bubble, and taking from the brother's mom, he can revive people with it. The heal rate scales off of duration and power, as does its size, so if you go down, make sure you're in it to save yourself a revive when you get clipped by a random status effect, or just butt scoot into it. The 4 is where the big guns are. You get to do some Dragon Ball style clashes that does massive damage to anything caught in the blast radius. You might want to save this for Acolytes when you're not feeling confident on your shots, but if a situation gets hairy and the AI brothers are pulling their weight, just pop it before you die and clear the room. Remember, match the colors to get the maximum amount of damage on the final one. Now onto the weird quirks that I've noticed. If you go down as Orion, Sirius seems coded to pop his 3 close by. Sometimes I've had it so it spawns on Orion's model, so maybe they're coded to drop it when you go down. Also, the other brother uses their 3rd abilities when not active. These overrise when you cast it, so you can't have 2 instances of your 3. Jade's baby boys are a force to be reckoned with. And Stalker probably hates our guts for wearing his son's skins. So yeah, go start blasting. That's it. See ya.
He was whipping up okayness in a kettle. Actual decency? Complete and utter adequacy. Bro, the smell. It was acceptable. Boiling tolerance in a kettle, bro, in a kettle.